Welcome back. I hope you all had a great spring break and are well rested. As you know, we have moved to a distance learning model due to COVID-19 virus and are now conducting all classes online. This has been a big adjustment for everyone. I want to thank all of you for your patience with me as I adjust my classroom teaching style to an online format. As we move forward, I'll be using an asynchronous meeting style in which class materials and assignments are delivered at the beginning of the week and are due on Friday. This means a couple of things. You have the opportunity to work at your own pace and can complete the week's worth of work early, and the designated class time can then be used for response to intervention, study groups, and assignment class clarification. All materials will be posted on Google Classroom, with the content being available on the Classroom web pages. Attendance will be taken at the beginning of each class period and will be based on Zoom participation. Zoom can be reached through Cleaver on the link here, or through the direct links to the individual block periods here. I also have office hours from 3:20 to 4 every day on A and B days, and on Wednesdays from 10 to 2. You are more than welcome to join in to ask any questions that you have on any homework or assignments. As a backup, I'll also be running Google Meet for those that are having trouble logging into Zoom. Okay, so before break, we had finished task 3, Mimicking Nature's Design, and that was looking at cycling matter through living things. So we were looking at photosynthesis and at cellular respiration. We're now going to be looking at task 4, which is cycling matter through rocks. Before we get started with this new task, I would like everybody to take the opportunity to review cellular respiration and photosynthesis. I've included 2 videos here. One's a short one, it's only about 2 minutes, and one is much more detailed and a lot longer, which would be good to go a little deeper into how photosynthesis and cellular respiration work together. Please watch at least video 1 and maybe video 2 also, to help you just have a little refresher on how cellular respiration and photosynthesis actually work together. As we move into task 4, cycling matter through rocks, we have 4 learning objectives, which are posted here. And we have our first learning log. So the science starter for today is describe how cellular respiration and photosynthesis work together. Be sure to include the chemical formulas for both cellular respiration and photosynthesis in your description. So again, you need to go through the videos to find some of that information. You can also refer back to task 3, cycling matter through living things, and look back through the work that you conducted. So you'll need your science notebook and your folder and look back through your information. The one that will probably be the most helpful for you is the task 3 explain, where it has cellular respiration and it has photosynthesis, and it was talking about how those 2 chemical reactions actually work together and cycle matter to each other. Okay, once you have finished the learning log, we'll be moving on to the engage, which is asking you to again look at the 2 different river environments 200 years ago and now. In short, it's asking you to now look at the rocks and look at how the rocks changed over time. We also have the engage sheet here, which is again asking you 2 different things. Asking you to record any changes you see in the rock formation and explain why you think each change happened. That information needs to go in box 1. Then in box 2, if you were to look at the riverbed 1 year ago instead of 200 years ago, how do you think it might look different? You'll be drawing a picture of the riverbed now, 1 year ago, and 200 years ago to show the difference. So it's going to be drawing 3 different images showing how it has potentially changed over time. You'll have to do this in your interactive notebook or on some scratch paper. Once you're done with the engage, we'll be moving on to the explore, which is diving a little bit deeper. You're going to be creating a model and looking up some information. So we have the explore sheet here that's provided for you, and you're going to be specifically looking at weathering, sedimentation, deformation, and crystallization. I would like you to work through the sheet here with the provided materials below. There's an additional explore sheet here that has some good information, and then there are a set of 3 videos that I would like you to go through to find that information. I would suggest watching at least the rock cycle in 3 minutes and the rock cycle song. They both have great information. If you have the materials to do this activity at home, the Starburst rock cycle activity, that would be also a helpful one to help you go through and look at how the rocks are changing over time through the rock cycle. If you don't have the materials, at least watch the video and follow along because it does have some good information that does answer all the questions in the activity sheet here. Once you're done with the activity sheet, you'll be moving on to the explain. Now this is due on Friday, so I don't expect you to get through all of this in the first day. Of course, if you want to, you are certainly welcome to. The explain is asking you to create a flowchart, which can be done as a Google Doc, it can be done as Google Slides, you can create a Google picture, or any other format that you choose. You need to have a drawing and label all 3 parts of the rock cycle using arrows to connect them. The arrows can be drawn between multiple types of rocks. On each arrow, you need to write the name of the process and write captions to explain how each process works, including what kind of energy drives each process. Below is a list of items you must include. So here are some of the different items that need to be included. Here are some examples some simple examples of what the rock cycle could look like and what your diagrams could look like. There are a couple labels on here, but they're obviously very simplistic and are missing a lot of the information, such as where the energy is coming from. This is the assignment that is due on Friday. Again, I do not expect you to get through all of it in the first class period. We do have a couple class periods throughout the week to be able to get through this. And of course, you can always ask questions as we're going through. I'll also be reviewing this assignment at the beginning of class on Monday and Tuesday for A and B day classes. If you get done with these, the information for the next week is also posted with the final assessment here being posted with a grading rubric here down below. If you want to go ahead and get a jump start on the next week's activities, you again are more than welcome to go ahead and get started early. To receive a grade on the explain, all documents must be complete, which means the explore needs to be complete. The engage activity needs to be complete. The science starter and learning log need to be complete. Without those being completed, the explain will not be graded. As you are creating your format and attaching it, you'll need to attach it through Google Classroom. This sheet will not be provided for you as I'm giving you options on how you want to put together your final diagrams. Again, if you have any questions, please be sure to email me and to ask during our class sessions during the week.